That's what's up on the Kuldesac.
Streets and tricky, streets and tricky, streets and tricky.
If I change from it, y'all gon' stick around. If I change from it, y'all still hold me down. If the money get me trippin', will you be there while I'm winning? Or you finished, then you gonna bounce.
Yeah.
So know you cool with me now.
Yeah.
But if I change from it, yeah.
Will you hate me when the shit change? I know people switch it up. And you know I'll do my best for you. Sometimes that just isn't good enough. I've been on your television acting like I don't know you. And you're probably pissed off cause you feel like I owe you. But I did it on my own, man, it's just like I told you. My shit about to pop like I shook up the soda. Tell me what the fuck you think I'm doing so different. Got a couple tattoos, but the mood is consistent. I've been shooting for the stars, now the moon ain't so distant. And I've been in and out the city, ain't pay you with a visit. Don't be mad, don't be mad, don't be mad about the way. I'm trying to get away from it. We've been cool from the jump all day. But if I change from it, yeah.
If I change from it, y'all gon' stick around. If I change from it, y'all still hold me down. If the money get me trippin', will you be there while I'm winning? Or you finished, then you gonna bounce. So know you cool with me now.
Yeah.
But if I change from it, yeah.
Will you ride when the road bang? I know people getting jealous. They've been talking hella bad about us. And I've been trying to protect it. I know that all the rumors ain't about to slow down. They got ammunition loaded up in my hometown. They got shooters in the city holding on to the rounds. No serial number, so they would never be found. But tell me what the fuck you think I'm worried about. Touchdown in the city, I don't hurry out. I will judge you when they call the executioner to kill you. I ain't even gonna call the fucking jury out. I ain't tripping cause I been there where they coming from. I ain't sleeping, got a grip on it. Second place talking crazy about the number one. But I don't give a shit about it. Yeah. If I change, and I promise you I will, never be the same. I'm just trying to keep it real. Yeah. You already know the deal. I'm trying to get a house in the hills with a view. Couple car garage and a pool on the roof. I'm about to change and I owe it all to you. Yeah. If I change from it, are y'all gonna stick around? If I change from it, will y'all still hold me down? If the money get me trippin', will you be there while I'm winning? Or you finish and you gonna bound? I know you're cool with me now, but if I change from it, work.
If I change from it, y'all gon' stick around. If I change from it, will y'all still hold me down? If the money get me trippin', will you be there while I'm winning? Or you finished, then you gonna bounce. I know you cool with me now, but if I change from it, yeah.
A dark one, so.
That's true. That's true. Now, you've been as eclectic that you are, and it's been a hip-hop record, and you've actually recorded out here. What's the hip-hop scene like in Vancouver?
There's a handful of really talented guys out there, like my dude Stevie Ross, my homie Matt Brevner, Lazy. You know, there's a ton of guys. I can't like list them off right now. It's like there's a lot of like not that great stuff around out there too. But there's definitely some like diamonds in the rough that you know that aren't getting the shine that they need to get right now. But it's coming. Somebody from Vancouver is gonna make it. We're all trying to be that one guy. We're trying to be, you know. I don't know if you guys know who Sunreal is, but he's from Vancouver. He's popping out here now. So we're all trying to, you know, be that one guy, the Drake of Vancouver, if you will.
That trailblazer.
Yeah. So yeah, there's you know there's a short list of us grinding for that right now.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Do you feel like when people say, you know, when people ask you where you're from and you say Canada, do they always ask you about Drake, or is there any other artists they bring up?
I mean,
Elena's Morissette.
yeah. No. I mean, yeah, I hear it sometimes. Like, I mean, Drake and Bieber and Weeknd are like the who's who right now. So, I mean, I definitely hear about it, but like, it's not overwhelming. I don't, you know.
A bunch of different genres of music, and
I was just wondering if you do that all under your own name. I think we kind of talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we were talking about
So there's no other like band names. So we were talking about how a lot of people, if they do two types of music, they want to have like a name for this group because they kind of start to form separate identities almost. And I thought that was really cool that you're like, no, I don't need that. Like, this is me, and I can be all these different things without having to separate each one of them.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is just like, you know, they don't need to be separate entities. It's all like, you know, like I said, my appetite for music is pretty widespread. So, you know, if I feel like making a rock song, then I make a rock song. If I feel like rapping, then I'll do that. It's all coming from the same heart and the same brain, and you know, it's just different ways of communicating the same message. So yeah, I just keep it under my name, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day if I get a band or whatever, we'll come up with a name or something. But right now, I'm just doing everything solo. So.
I really love that. You were saying that like people will hit you up who really like your rock music, and then when they're looking for your stuff online, they find out you do hip hop, and they're like, "What, man? Like that's so cool."
I'm on the other side. I'm like, what? You do rock? Like, you know?
I really like how that brings people together, you know? Like, you're definitely hip-hop, I'm definitely rock, like, and I think that we both obviously appreciate...
And we both like Tom MacDonald.
Yeah!
We meet in the middle.
Music definitely brings us together, and I think that's really cool that you do that in that way.
Yeah, so if you're trying to bridge the gap, you know?
Yeah.
What inspires your characters when you make these music videos? Because I notice, I mean, you have a priest in one, you have like this dark priest, and then you have a cowboy in another one. It's just like, okay, like, and you play these characters so well. What makes you be like, okay, I'm going to be a cowboy today?
I mean...
Sorry, not like that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still stomping around in my cowboy boots right now. I spent a lot of time in Alberta in Canada, which is, you know, it's a cowboy province. So
okay.
And like I said,
the culture.
When I was young, I came up, you know, around like bikers and stuff, and that's all like ripped denim and cowboy boots and Giveners. So
okay.
Like I don't know. When I listen to the music. You know, when I feel a certain type of way, then I'll write a certain type of song, and when I sit back and listen to that song makes me feel a different type of way once it's completed and stuff. So you have a thought that turns into music that gives you a feeling that you then try to actualize into physical form. And like, for me, it just, I'm just like, yo, like, this is making me feel like this, and you know, I just take a different piece of myself and turn that into a character, and then have that character live within the environment that the music creates. So whether that's a cowboy or, you know, an astronaut or a priest, or I was Batman in a video, or a soldier with PTSD, or whatever. I like to, when you have a rap song, like, I don't like watching a rapper rap for 5 minutes in a video.
Agree.
I already know that you're rapping, bro. This is your song. So what else can you do for me? Like,
Touché.
how can you expand this vision? So that's really what it's about, is just expanding the vision. So.
Now, do you have anything that is conceptual where the song was written about that character, or is it more that the music inspires the characters?
Honestly, I'd probably have to go back and listen and watch the videos, but usually the videos come after. I don't think I've really ever sat down and wrote a song with a character in mind or anything like that.
What about the House on the Hills? Because I think something like House on the Hills, like maybe...
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, the House on the Hills is like, you know, kind of...
the video now.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
House on the Hills is just like, it's like sort of like telling your own future on a record. So it was just about like working hard and staying with your circle and getting where you want to go. And in that case, it was like a house in the Hollywood Hills and stuff like that. So the way that we did the video was I hooked up with some friends who do special effects makeup, so they like put a bunch of latex on my face and made me look like this old man who was supposed to be, you know, in his 70s or 80s, and the song was written from my point of view when I was, you know, 25, and the video is my older self looking back. While the song's playing, there's a projection on the wall of different scenarios that I've been through in my
Oh,
younger
wow, okay.
life. So the old man sitting there watching himself grow up, listening to a song about where he wants to go.
Oh, wow.
So the old man's sitting there in this house, and you don't really know if he did get where he wanted to go, or if he didn't. He's just like sitting there reflecting.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much that.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I'm watching his videos. all
Yeah,
the
I was
see
just
you.
gonna say, if you guys can't tell already from this conversation, like these videos are out of control. Like this really sets you apart, and I think it's really
Thanks.
awesome what you're doing, dude.
Oh no. So you tour? Who'd you tour with? I see that you tour with a few people overseas.
Yeah, I went through Europe twice. I went with Onyx one time, and yeah,
Yeah, how was that?
I got stories, bro.
Yeah, I bet.
No.
Oh, and then
Could
Cool
tell on
Keith
the
too.
radio.
I'm sure you got stories
And then
too.
yeah, with Keith, yeah, I got stories about Keith too. But yeah, those Onyx and Cool Keith, so it was different.
Now, are the European fans different? Because I heard like once you go overseas, it's like the Beatles. But I don't
Yeah.
know because I've never been
I mean,
overseas.
honestly, like looking back on those tours, it was a phenomenal like experience. I got to see like a lot of cool places and do a lot of cool things that most people aren't gonna like ever be able to do unless they're backpacking. So to be able to take music as the vehicle for the trip was really cool. But I mean, Onyx has very specific fan base. They're
Yeah.
old school rap fans. That's not what I do. I don't play around with old school rap. I don't do boom bap. I don't do that. So it's not what I came up on. Not to say that I don't like it or I don't respect it. It's just not something I do. So I was like out there doing some like new age,
Yeah.
experimental like neo R&B and hip hop and stuff. And some places it worked very well. Other places it didn't.
Yeah.
When we were in Paris, I was going through like a weird phase in my life back then where I was really into like Black Craft Cult and like other dark like Satan devil nonsense. So like a couple of my songs like had the words Satan and devil and stuff in them, and a lot of the European fans don't speak good English, but they definitely understood the word Satan.
Yeah.
And like in Paris especially, they were not feeling that. They were throwing rosaries and like making their fingers into crosses and like sticking them up. Like it was. And then after I got off stage, I went and packed my bags, and I was like, "Yo, we gotta get the." Like now.
It's
And
good
we had to elbow our way through like 900 people to get out, and like people were grabbing on our backpacks and shoving us
Yeah.
around, and like it was
Wow.
crazy.
Wow, that's an adventure. Now, when you say that, it reminds me of the pictures from your press kit.
Yeah.
Who did the photography? Because you got like you look like a Sith or something. Like
Yeah, word.
it's dope.
That's actually my homie out here. His name's Kevin Novak. You can find him online, Kevin the Kid. Just like super duper creative cat, and he does a lot of work with paint and dark images, and like a lot of my videos are really dark, so we just collaborated on some photos and they came out like extra dark. So
Yeah, you guys got to check out that on his website, because when we talked about this earlier, people refer him as the Lady Gaga of hip hop. If you go to that website and you check out his press kit, those photographs, it's like, wow. To create these visuals and be open to that, and also when you look at a press kit, that's like pretty much a real quick summary of who you are as an artist.
yeah,
So the photography it says a lot.
definitely.
And that's definitely what's up. How can people find your stuff online?
I keep my Facebook like super updated, so facebook.com/therealmrmac, Instagram @therealmrmac, YouTube, youtube.com/allstartwest, or just search Tom MacDonald. All my stuff comes up. And beyond that, I have a website, www.whoismrmac.com. I'm on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff. So
We're going to throw up some images for sure on our Instagram, and we'll put up one of those videos that we've been talking about on our Facebook, so you guys can check it out there too.
Definitely. Now, since we're on this Halloween theme,
yeah.
I have to ask you, your videos are kind of dark. What is your favorite scary movie?
I don't honestly watch like a lot of scary movies, but the one that's like most memorable for me was Freddy Krueger. like,
Ah.
because I was just like,
I knew I should have worn my
Yeah.
Freddie shirt.
That one freaked me out too.
Yeah.
I ain't no front.
I was like I was a kid when that came out. I saw it at my friend Sergio's place. He lived down the street, and he was kind of like a troublemaker. So my dad was always like, "Yo, watch out for the Sergio kid. I don't want you guys going crazy together." And I remember we were like in his house one day, and he's like, "Yo, you want to watch this Freddy Krueger movie?" And I was like, like 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if my dad would be cool with that. And he's like, nah, that's cool. He was a little bit older, so he put on Freddy Krueger and like, yo, I was never the same man.
Yeah, seriously, like, you don't sleep the same after watching Freddy.
I never seen that much blood, that much nothing. I was like, what? Like, yo.
Tom, really quick before we go, talk to us about what's coming up for you.
Yeah, like I said, I got a mixtape and an album dropping towards the end of this year. So like November, December, I'm gonna have a separate project with all the rock and folk tunes on it. I'm not sure when that's gonna come out. Probably December, January. And I've got accompanying videos for the 2 new projects, and probably start dropping them in like November to start pushing the album, and then drop that in December. So
keep us posted, please. We'd love to check it out and play some of it.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, thank you. We just want to thank you so much for coming down to our little hometown Lakewood here.
Yeah, of course.
From West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Coming to kick it with the Kuldesac Krew with the K.
I appreciate y'all having me. It was cool. Sure.
And we're just going to sign off tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Now That's What's Up. Tune in throughout the week. We're growing. We just got a new location. We got new shows added throughout the week. So check that out on 4kliq.com. And everybody, have a wonderful, safe Halloween
That's
weekend.
what's up on the Kuldesac.
Don't be mad about the way. You trying to get away from it. We been cool from the jump all day. But if I change from it, yeah.
If I change from it, y'all gon' stick around. If I change from it, will y'all still hold me down? If the money get me trippin', will you be there while I'm winning? Or you finished, then you gonna bounce? I know you cool with me now.
Yeah.
But if I change from it, yeah.
Will you ride when the road band? I know people getting jealous. They've been talking hella bad about us. And I've been trying to protect it. I know that all the rumors ain't about to slow down. They got ammunition loaded up in my hometown. They got shooters in the city holding on to the rounds. No serious.
That's what's up on the Kuldesac.